So Slacks, how did you first start reading comics?
Wait, what are you doing?
Brought you to Comic Book Jump.
Oh, we're back in?
Yep.
Oh.
That was really good, Ed.
Hi, Slacks.
Nobody heard you. We were still talking.
Hi. So, secret origin. How'd you start reading comics? Was it my fault?
It's actually not your fault.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry.
I could have sworn it was me.
I thought about this question before. I think the first comic I started reading, or like how I learned how to read comics, because you have to learn how to read comics.
Of course you do.
But it was probably Bone.
Yeah.
It's a good place to start. But they used to sell Bone at the Scholastic Book Fair, so they had it school. I think Scholastic had the publishing rights back then, so that was probably the first comic I had.
So like,
Waffle's shaking his head.
They
but
just got the rights.
they just
so like,
got
was
the
it
rights.
through like
5
troll
years ago.
books?
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
no, but they were at book
I
fairs when I was
definitely
little.
bought Bone at Scholastic
But they were,
Book
yeah, they
Fairs.
were at those like big school book fairs when I was little. So
Yeah.
that's the same exact time. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably the first comic book that I bought and started reading, and from there is pretty much anything that looked like something I wanted to draw.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of Sailor Moon type stuff, and you know, like most how lots of kids today do.
See, I remember when, I don't know, how old were you when I first met you, like 7?
Pretty young, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember you always drawing. You know, you like messing around. And I remember one time, I remember you were really into Yu-Gi-Oh at one point.
No.
Yeah. No, there was something, you made a card.
I made a Pokemon card.
Yes, a Pokemon card of me.
And interject and be like, Yu-Gi-Oh, absolutely not.
So you made a Pokemon card of me that I had for a while. I don't know where it is now, but it was really awesome. And I remember saying to your mom, I'm like, she's really talented. Like she can really draw. And yeah.
Do you remember the name of the Pokemon?
Was it Socko?
Oh,
Yes.
Socko.
Yeah, it was just like a trading card of Socko, and it had whatever his powers were and stuff like that. But I used to have, I don't know if you remember, but I used to have, I would go on the internet, this is all I use the internet for, just look up pictures of like Sailor Moon and shit like that, and print it out and put it in this big binder that I would carry around, and I would just copy the pages freehand, and that's how I taught myself how to draw. So,
And they were really good. You know, and I don't know, the thing that I always liked about Slacks was that she always seemed to be drawn more to like the arts and stuff like that, music and seriously, it's true, man. You know, that and trying to ride the skateboard in the backyard, which was like a horrible mistake. But yeah, so as soon as we opened the shop, right away I knew that I wanted to have Slacks work here because she definitely had an affinity for the more independent creators and started to teach me stuff about certain creators, you know, like Dash Shaw and stuff. Like I really wasn't into Dash Shaw stuff, and she had mentioned more of that to me. And when we first opened, you were here for what, about a year before you went away to college?
Yeah, well, I was shopping at Hanley's, and all of a sudden, like, you got hired there, and I walked in one day, and you were working there, and all of a sudden, it was the coolest thing ever. And I can't really remember what I was buying at the time, but it was definitely going more like an indie direction. And still, it's just I don't have the money and room to house a lot of comics. But if I buy something, it has to be. I have to like the artwork. Like the story has to be good, but I have to, you know, save the book for the artwork, knowing that I'm going to go through it again and pour over that stuff. So
what were the events that brought you to
Yeah,
Comic Book Jump?
we've actually mentioned that Tiger came to CBJ over a game of catch that you and Socko played. Did you have a similar experience?
How did you get hired here?
how did I get hired here?
Do you remember? Like, did I call you?
Not really. I knew you were opening the shop, and I remember coming here and helping paint and like organize your comics that became the back issue bands and stuff like that. I don't really remember like a conversation in which I was officially hired.
Yeah, just like kind of started working and automatically got a check.
Yes.
Do you remember how many days you worked here?
Like two
Two.
days.
Yeah.
I was still in school, so I would work on Wednesdays and then one weekend day. I'm pretty sure.
And anybody who's been shopping here for a really long time remembers that on the checklists we had the Jones Family Clan zombie series, which were all drawn by Slacks. I don't know if there's anybody here.
Mine hangs on my wall. Yeah.
I remember you how you chose them. Like you did them by random. You had a whole list of people that you wanted to draw, and
Yeah,
every
we
week
pulled
you
them out
chose.
of a hat or something.
Mhm.
Oh, no way! I totally
Yeah.
forgot that.
Yeah,
I think
Was there one done of you, Babyface?
yeah. Much like later on.
He has every single one.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I have all of them.
Wow.
I used to have mine himself as a piece of shit.
Did you ever have to do one of yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did one of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waffles and LB are almost connected because
Yeah.
you're like
Kinda.
eating each other or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is really funny in retrospect.
Risque.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite CBJ parties ever was Slacks' high school graduation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's the story for that is that's when Gore still worked here and Socko and Gore were talking. I was hanging out, and the two of them were like we should go in pajamas, like make it a pajama party. And I was like, that's a great idea. Yeah, let's totally do that.
Of course you would think that's a great idea. Grown men going to a girl's graduation party for high school.
So I met up at the store and like I put on pajama pants, a t-shirt, and I had a bathrobe on. I come to the store, I see Socko and Gore outside smoking, and Gore's wearing like, nice clothes, and Socko's dressed normal. Socko's like, I slept here last night, I haven't changed. And Gore's like, dude, we were kidding. I'm like, what the fuck? And so like we went to Slacks' house, and all her friends are in the backyard. Yeah. But I remember like she's like, oh, there's food and stuff upstairs. But like, oh, my family's up there. It's like,
yeah,
they're all gonna see me in a bathroom. Anyway, so I can go inside, like, hi family, here's a plate, thanks.
I remember hanging out with Slacks' cat Anya at that party
Yeah,
a lot.
my cat was.
Yeah, she was so fuzzy and soft.
Yeah, she's still fuzzy.
Is she's still alive?
Still
Are you
alive.
serious? How old is she? Like 25? Does she have a license?
15.
She's 15?
Good for her.
That's insane, man. Wow. Does she have a wheelchair? Does she have like somebody come and sit with her and play mahjong in the middle of the day? Holy Christ. That's like fucking 4,000 years old to a cat, man. Anyway. So now, you left us, you went off to college. Where'd you go, William and Mary?
Went to the College of William and Mary,
Yeah.
Harrisburg, Virginia.
And then you, I don't know, did you start playing more music when you were down there?
I joined every band that I could. I played guitar in a weird folk band called the Vincent Price Tribute Band.
I remember that name,
Yeah.
yes. I like that name a lot.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What'd you guys play?
Just like really weird.
The name
like-
doesn't explain itself?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't at all.
No.
Just I don't know, weird like folk kind of pop songs that my friend wrote.
Uh-huh.
It was more for fun. We would drink beer before every show and play the original House of Wax in the background.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Fuck, man, the shit you miss out on. Damn.
And then I started playing drums in like a power pop like surf band called Digging Up Versions.
But what-
I'm
what-
technically still in that band.
What I remember though, when you were young, weren't you mostly taking drum lessons from,
the first instrument I played was
At
guitar.
Castellanos?
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and then I switched to drums,
Mhm.
and I can play guitar, bass, and drums.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Impressive.
impressive.
Yeah. And now you're playing with whom?
I am a bassist in, we call it noise rock. I don't really know if that's what it is, but in like a noise rock metal band called Clean Girls.
Which the Clean Girls have performed here. And a
Yes.
good time was had by all.
That was
Yeah!
all I ever wanted to do is play in the store.
And Clean Girls got some notoriety as well through certain websites and FMU.
I was confused because the name Clean Girls comes from a horrible internet video that popped up in the wake of Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I thought you meant that.
No. I'm
Like,
talking
oh,
about
yeah,
the
Clean Girls had
band.
some
No, I'm talking
variety.
about the band.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff. Brian Turner emailed us and asked us to submit hard copies of our music to WFMU, which is really a huge honor for us. Brian Turner is
Hell yeah.
very cool.
WFMU, I think, I know Tiger would agree with me, is probably the absolute best local radio station that you can get on FM.
Probably the coolest radio station, period.
Yeah, freeform radio.
Yeah.
which Evan Dorkin has actually done a lot of artwork for them, promos for their membership drives and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But,
they're the coolest. So that was really cool. We got a review of Maximum Rock and Roll for whatever that is worth now. Yeah.
What about Jaded Punk?
Oh, yes. We had the song of the day on Jaded Punk. Jaded Punk called us out for not being an all-girl band,
Yeah.
which is fair. I believe we were called a bunch of fucking liars. Clean Girls used to have no girls in it before I joined. Now there's just one.
Do you have any performances coming up?
We've all been taking like breaks and vacation and stuff for summer. I think we might have a show on October 10th, and that's the only thing we have booked right now. If anything comes up, I'll let people know.
Yeah. So now, is there a website, anything, Clean Girls?
Yeah, we have a Bandcamp. It's cleangirls.bandcamp.com. We're on Facebook. We have a really silly Twitter that you can follow at cleangirls666.
I enjoyed that Twitter.
It's pretty funny. It's out there.
Who runs the Twitter?
It's mostly our drummer Steven.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every once in a while I chime in.
No, yeah.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
No, without a doubt. Slack.
I think it's time for one of our newer segments, a DC Guesses Marvel.
Yeah.